What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Hope you're all doing well today. And it's been a while, hasn't it, since we hopped on some MX Simulator. I quickly checked before I started recording this, and the last sim video I done was on the 30th of June, so just over 2 months now. And that was the last time I played the game. You know, I'm probably going to be hella rusty in this, but I thought I would load up the forums, have a look, see if there's any interesting tracks out there that have been released since the last video now. And in usual fashion on this channel, I seem to be finding myself playing the JGMX track. Probably the main character when it comes to MX Simulator tracks in general. And this is a track called... I just completely forgotten. Bubble Guts Bar. Very, very, very random one. But as you will be able to tell from the thumbnail, I'd say very unique, a little bit unique, a little bit different, which is essentially just like an island. It is a sand track, of course, to be expected. And I always need practice on sand, because as you can see, it's a little bit sketchy right now. But I'm hoping that I don't crash too many times, because I really don't want to be laying on the floor for I really don't want to be laying on the floor for 7 to 10 seconds at a time. See some nice... Was that dolphins or whales over there? I wasn't too sure. Probably dolphins. And... Oh, please! This might be painful. This could be very painful. But the track looked very good. I saw a positive comment on there, so we're going to give it a go. And well, I say it's annoying. The thing is for JGMX is where he has released so many bangers, he can't really release a track anymore that's not good. Like, he's set his own standard, and now he's got to live up to it every single time, which I imagine can be a little bit stressful as a content creator. But I hope it should be fine. He said that the track's traction might be a little bit difficult for some people, and it's just a little bit rutted out, a little bit sandy, a little bit rollery. It's not meant to be an easy track by any means. The only thing that I wish that we did have was a track map at the top right, so I knew where on earth I was going. I feel like I'm going into a lot of these jumps blind. I can see this one turns left straight after, so I'll check up there. And I feel like I should probably be tiptoeing around a little bit more for the first lap or so. But when I play these games, I just want to go fast, even if it ends up on me crashing like more often than not. And I'm a little bit annoyed at myself that I've taken a bit of a break from Sim, because I felt like I was very slowly getting back to a somewhat reasonable pace. Now it's all gone out the window and I'm just wobbling my way around the track again, because I just find it very, very difficult hopping from one game to another. I'm not really on the competitive aspects of bikes right now. I'm not in a grind by any means, so I couldn't tell you why I've taken a sim break. It just hasn't even crossed my mind. But we're back now in, as always, my favourite gear set that I have, which is the white and gold FXR. And yeah, I've been slacking. I know. I feel like I quite often say that I'm going to do things, and then it just ends up fizzling out. Like, I swear any series or like dedicated thing that I do doesn't go that way. You know, like I had the Resident Evil playthrough on my second channel. I got halfway through that and just stopped it randomly. I said I was going to do all of the rounds of the outdoors for Sim. Didn't happen. I got about 3 rounds in, got fed up of being absolutely annihilated and taken out every single race, and just stopped playing that. And which is weird, because the last video I'd done, not the last video, sorry, the last race that I'd done, what was the name of the track? Was it? I think it was Mantua. Mantova. Sorry, I'm thinking of a bloody MX Bikes name for it to avoid copyright. It was on Mantova, and it actually went really well. I was in 450s, and I think I got like might have even been a top 10 overall. I think it went really, really well, and then I just stopped. My brain is a bit of a enigma at times. I don't always understand it, but you know what? We're here now. We move, and I'm more frustrated than you are, I promise you, because I know that it can be infuriating watching someone crash when trying to watch a sim video. I've been there. I've done it myself. Done it before my YouTube days, when I used to watch people. And that's a random point of conversation. If you guys, do you guys watch much on YouTube in regards to the games you play? Because I find that I watch. So in my scenario, I will watch people play a game if they're better than me at it, but I can't watch people that are worse, because I just find it annoying, which probably sounds like a bit of an arsehole thing to say, but Right, if I'm watching, on YouTube Shorts, for example, I always get suggested Rocket League clips, and they're just like the most normal goal that you will ever see, just a normal hit. You know, there's no air dribbling, there's nothing, no pass in place beforehand, and obviously the person who posted it is very proud of that. They might not be very good at Rocket League, and it means a lot to them, but I just think, was that it? Everyone seems like such an arsehole thing to say, but I just don't get any enjoyment out of watching people that are worse than me. Which is why I end up watching like a lot of CSGO, because I'm shit at CSGO, and I love watching the pro teams. I love watching all the good guys at that. I think I get a bit of a semi on every time I see Simple get a clip. And I just really enjoy it. And it used to be a case of when I was hardcore into playing Sim, when I was like learning things, I used to always, when trying to qualify for a race, find whatever server, Tyson Fresquares or Hunter Root, for example, find what server they were in, and not even run laps for like the first 10 minutes. I would just sit and watch the lines and try and learn things, and that's where I get my entertainment. So I suppose the question I want to ask is, why do you watch me? Do you do it for the entertainment value? Do you do it to see how you can improve on things? Because I know that my sim videos don't do as well as my MX bikes, partly because obviously the channel was originally built on bikes in the first place. So I think a lot of you are more bikes fans than sim fans. But I think there is also a little hidden reason in there is I know that I'm not that good at sim anymore. Which I imagine can be quite frustrating to watch. And I just wonder if it's because of, like I said earlier, where you don't really want to watch someone that's not as good, and probably the same reason people ask for a controller overlay quite often when I forget to do it, is because they use that as a way of kind of teaching themselves and learning on bikes, which is really cool. I'm glad that I can help people in some way or another. And I mean, my I think it was my second proper YouTube video on the channel was one of my most viewed ones, where it's just 5 tips to improve MX bikes. I'd love to do something like that with Sim, but I just don't have the I don't have the advice. I don't have the speed to be able to do that. I'd find it a bit weird if I was trying to take advice from someone that just wasn't great at something. But there's my 2 cents. I'm sure it's not warranted or not needed, but yeah, I'm just curious as to why you guys watch these videos, because if I can work that out, then I can tailor videos to maybe be a little bit more appealing and might do a little bit better. So always striving for better on this channel. That's how we rock. I've noticed a common theme, which is it's a very frustrating one to be in, because I want to, like, if I had the time to, like, let's say I didn't have a day job and I just done YouTube, for example, I would love to like spend an entire day just editing to make a video as good and entertaining and all over the place as it can be. Because you get people like, let's say Mr. Beast as an example, there is never a moment in his videos where like he essentially stops to breathe. Like it's full on, really intense the entire time, and it keeps like viewer retention up and does really well for numbers and such. And I'd love to be able to edit videos to be more fast paced like that. Obviously I don't have the time of day to be able to do that all the time, but I notice in videos that I do sit down and do edit a little bit more and put a lot more work into in terms of time spent to record it and then edit it and upload, but they don't do as well, which is I don't know if it's just by chance or if I've now conditioned you guys to enjoy these more chilled out, relaxed type videos. Someone did tell me before that they like watching the channel because it does seem a lot more relaxed. I'm not going to kind of throw people under the bus, for example, but there are certain types of content that appeal to different people. I know that if I watch a tile-in video, for example, I know it's going to be like really intense, quite fast paced, and a lot coming at you at once, because he's got so much energy that he gets across into his videos, and it's something that I don't think I could do myself. I haven't got that sort of energy level, but that's just me, and I think some people will much prefer that style over my style, and vice versa. Everyone's different, they all like their own individual things, and I don't think it's going to change anytime soon, because I find these so chilled out to make, and especially nowadays where I feel like I've got my balance between work, life and YouTube to where I want it. I don't stress about one or the other anymore. Like I used to come home so I work from home 3 out of 5 days a week, and I'm in the office for 2 days. I used to come home from those being in the office days and be like, oh shit, I need to try and get a video idea done and recorded and uploaded for tomorrow. Or if I knew I was going out one night, for example, I think, oh shit, okay, now I've got to get 2 videos done and uploaded so I can cover myself. And it's just not like that anymore. And I quite enjoy it. And now I just make videos when I want to. I make videos on things that I think will be interesting. And obviously I'm not the most worldly of people. I don't get up to loads of crazy things. I'm not like a Danny Duncan, for example. So I don't have all these weird, wacky stories to tell all the time. I just have my life and the small things I do and my opinions. So I don't even think daily uploads are necessary. But all stems back to the original question. What do you watch these videos for? Is it for advice? Is it just to hear my random ramblings? Is it for the random British accent compared? Because I know majority of my viewer base, you're all from America. I think it's quite a high number as well, something like 30%, like really, really high. And then I think all the others are in like single digits, apart from, I think Australia's about 10% or so. And then you've got all these weird and wonderful countries where it's all separated out by a couple percent. I think that is probably the most long-winded way possible that I could have asked you why you watch videos, but I move. I ramble, I know, I apologise. This track, by the way, very, very good. I expected it to be more difficult than it is from the description, where he said the traction will need some working out and it's a bit rougher and rutty on the faces, but for a very intermediate person, such as myself, I seem to be having no grief at all. I struggled a bit on the first lap. I won't lie, it was a little bit difficult, but now I know where I'm going. I've got no problem whatsoever, and I think I've shocked myself a little bit. I didn't expect to just be riding around as well as I am after having 2 months off. Sim is 100% one of them games where you've got to stay on top of the muscle memory. I mean, I watch some people, and like if I see clips in Discords, for example, and I just think, how on earth have you done that? How have you hit a corner that tapped and survived? Or how do you go through these braking bumps so easily whilst I'm here wadding myself every single lap? A very unique game is Sim. You've always got that weird aspect of, is someone cheating, aren't they? Because apparently it's very, very easy to cheat in this game and do mods and stuff. I try not to get too tied up in it, because the second that you start believing that someone is cheating, you'll think everyone's cheating. I think it's one of them things where, I think 90% of the games I play on CSGO, if someone gets like a ridiculous round where they'll get a couple one-tap headshots, instantly your team will go, well, they're cheating. It's like, well, no, they might not be. They might just be better. Have you ever considered that? Because I think as soon as you start believing in that, you just end up tilting yourself and you'll just play even worse. So you're better off just believing that you got outplayed and accepting it, and then trying to improve yourself is how I see it at the end of the day. And there's been a lot of conspiracy about tyre mods in that was a weird crash, in MX bikes recently as well, which I like throwing fun about, just because I feel like I'm a bit of a instigator. I like seeing other people argue, so I might just give my little 2 cents to make the arguments carry on. But I don't like arguing myself, which is a very weird position to be in. But yeah, lots of accusations about tyre mods and stuff in some of the more recent aerial races, and it's entertaining to see. If someone is just outright better, then by all means. But sometimes the evidence does stack up against people. And again, I'm not going to name drop. I feel like I've had my drama stage on YouTube, and I don't really fancy it anymore. So I'll keep the really edgy opinions to myself, but you'll get a little taste of something here and there. And I think, is there anything else really to cover whilst you're riding around? The track's really good, by the way. But I feel like I don't need to compliment JGMX as much as I do like other track creators, just because he knows the quality of his tracks, he knows what he's doing, and it's just another banger of a track. Like, just, I don't know how to describe it. I don't know how you can consistently like just get W's so much. There's got to be a stinker in there somewhere. But I think a while ago I downloaded like the entire JGMX track. I think there's a pack that someone put together, and I can scroll through it and just not find a track that I don't have fun on. And it's very rare. It's a very rare breed, and it's cool to see that he's still around making tracks even to this day. And he must genuinely get a kick out of it and genuinely enjoy it, which is good to see as well. And I'm sure he'll keep me coming back to Sim every now and then just to try something else new. Other than that, I feel like the only times I'm really going to be hopping on Sim is, A, if I ever want to try doing a proper race game, because I know that I would need literally a couple months practice, so that's probably not going to happen anytime soon. Or B, if there is a super interesting track like this, or get the weird and wonderful ones where like Sky is the Limit, or really hard obstacle tracks, and I'm always a slut for a really good enduro track, so if any of those come around, you best believe I'll hop on it. But I think that'll do it for me. I just noticed this bloody pirate ship over in the distance as well. Really cool, really unique track. Good job, JGMX, and I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. As always, if you could drop a like, really appreciate it, and subscribe to the channel if you're new. Have a lovely rest of the day, as I always say, whatever it is you're up to, and until I catch you in the next video, peace.
I'm working hard, I'm sacrificing my life, I'm sacrificing my mind, I'm sacrificing my sanity, but most importantly, I'm sacrificing my time. Boy, I feel fine, I feel like I am a king. Honestly, I can't complain, even with faith that's the size of a grain of some salt, I will still